is crazy bright right now. This is not a normal amount of brightness for February on the west coast of Canada. Transporting quilts. It is Friday, February 15th. We have had such a crazy week here. The weather has been like all over the place. It was snowing like crazy for like 48 hours. We had a snow day. They canceled school. They closed down the museum where I work. My husband was working from home that day. So we had it just really moved everything around in the week and made the week feel very disjointed for me. So I have gotten stuff done, which I'll talk you through in a few minutes. Today, I don't really have time for a studio day today because I do work at the museum today. So I'm just kind of puttering around, cleaning up a little bit in the studio, tidying up, and doing some housework. And I am going to go and mail my SOCWA benefit auction piece, and I'll insert a little photograph of how that turned out. And I did do a little bit of sketching this week, so I've got some stuff done. I'm really excited for my crow pieces to be finished. And yeah, I think I had planned a certain thing for the studio on Wednesday, and then Tuesday happened and it kind of threw off my Wednesday. So yeah, it's been a bit of an odd time. And certainly when you do work like this, you have to be able to deal with spontaneous changes in your schedule. But I have had this feeling all week of kind of being off and kind of being uprooted and not really grounded in what I was doing because I couldn't get a hold of anything. So it's Friday, and I'm hoping to set the refresh button on the weekend. I am hoping to get some more work done in the studio on the weekend, so I might do some filming of that as well. And yeah, I think thank goodness it's Friday. That's all I can say. So let me walk you through a little bit of what has been happening and a few updates of what's been going on with my work. Okay, so this piece is coming along. I talked about this before. This is the fabric that I made through Spoonflower. So the original image was of a dead crow. That's the shape you can see there. And I played with this in paint and created this pattern in the fabric. So it's a repeat of 4 like that. And I cut it out. The other piece was larger, and then I embroidered the skeleton in the fetal position into the middle. So this piece, it's kind of dark. It's about, the commonalities in death, that everything dies and crows and humans die too. So I'm just waiting to, I have laid out the middle and backing for this, and I need to baste it, and then I'm going to do some machine work on it and probably some handwork too. But I think in terms of embroidery, this is all I'm going to do, and then I'm going to have a little bit more quilting and layering of it, but it's kind of just like a full piece, full cloth piece. And then here are, this is my package going off to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I've got this baby on the wall, transmutation. It's almost finished. So I'm really happy. I was struggling with the 3 panels. It used to be in 3 panels, and then I realized I just needed to sew a black piece and connect them back together. So that's what I did, and I think that overall the effect is what I was hoping for. But I might add some more paint to the bottom, and I have to fix some of the embroidery floss which came loose when I was cutting and resewing and doing all those things. And then I have to finish the edges, and then this baby's done. And I would really love to say that this is going to be done by the end of February. That is, I'm setting that intention and that goal right here because, man, this baby needs to be finished. So yeah, that is what's happening in the studio. And then let me show you a little bit from my sketchbook. So in my sketchbook, I was working on the layout for a piece that is based on these quotes, or this is an actual direct quote. You can pause that to read, I guess, if you want to. And this is some other just inspirational words that I pulled from the text. But this is actually from A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf. And it's a section where she's talking about this garden that she encounters in Oxford as she's walking along. And it's actually a really beautiful, a little bit of a sketchbook tour here. It's actually a really beautiful passage. And so I was working on this, oops, it's upside down. Turn it this way. This sketch, just laying out the different elements and where they're going to be, and the colors and how it's going to look. So this is kind of my idea of Virginia. She's going to be in the piece, but kind of just in profile, so very loosely. And the garden she was looking at, and kind of some of the elements that pulls out through the quotes that I showed you up there. So I was working on this and sketching it out, and it's going to go with some other pieces that these 2 I've already done. These 2 will be made after this one. And then I've got 1 more. I want to have 6 in this group of work. I'm really excited to move on and get to this next body of work because the crow work has been, I think I've been working on it now for 2 years, and it feels finished now. Like I feel finished with the work, and the piece that I'm mailing off today is a crow as well. So I just feel like the crows have run their course, and now I really want to be able to get a whole new color scheme and a whole new theme and just play with different ideas. But it's a small enough body of work that I'd like it to take me maybe a year and a half to complete. And I'm hoping to develop a lot of it now so that I can apply for an artist residency next year and complete those pieces during the residency. So I'm really excited about that there's a plan with it, and that there's a timeline for it, and that I can just get into a different frame of mind, because it's been 2 years of gray and black and white and a little bit of red and the crows, and I feel finished. I feel finished with them, and I need some space from them to kind of gain some perspective on them a little bit. And I still have to do more work in terms of applying for shows with these works. And I will, but once I finish the pieces, I'm just going to take a little break from them for a bit. They'll need to be photographs finished, and then I also have to update my website, which is I have not started. So that's another project for this year that's going to take a lot of my time. Just because, you need to have your portfolio up to date, and a lot of the crow work is not on there. And I wanted to remove some of the older work that I don't feel speaks to my work at this stage anymore. It's more a part of my development as an artist. So yeah, so I mean, I am excited to do that work because I think it'll be great to have a new portfolio landing space, but it's also a little bit daunting to think of how much work it'll take and how much time. But that is my update for today. today. There are more things that are going to be happening this week in terms of art studio stuff. I'm going to be working on my newsletter. If you're interested in getting a newsletter from me once a month, you can sign up on my website, which is linked down below in the description box. I will also be doing a bit of sewing here and there, but I wanted to get this vlog out while it is still the month of February, and it's possible that I will be doing one for March as well. It's been quite an interesting month. I did get some pieces accomplished, and I feel overall like things have gone okay, but there are still rhythms that I would really like to kind of hammer out a bit better for the month of March. I am going to be going to visit another artist to listen to an artist talk and see some work and things like that, so hopefully I'll be able to take you guys along with me on that next week, or sorry, not next week, it's I think 2 weeks away. I really appreciate you watching and following along on this journey with me, and I will see you again next month for some more art talk, art stuff, art life. Take care, everybody.